Hi guys, so I just quickly wanted to talk about techniques when it comes to manifestation. A lot of the time people, they swear by techniques. They're like, visualization works for me, scripting works for me, whatever it might be. Everyone's brain is wired differently and what we enjoy is different. So for me, some days I prefer scripting and other days I prefer like affirmations, and I never really recommend robotic affirmations because I feel that could trigger anxiety. It can just feel like a chore, whereas manifestation should be fun. So the way that I do affirmations is it's an affirmation you affirm with conviction. So it's like a statement, and you just tell yourself that. You can tell yourself a couple of times, like, I am a multimillionaire, or I am getting my manifestation, but you say it like with conviction. You say it in a sense that this is going to happen. But what I want to highlight is the techniques. The techniques are not what manifests, it's actually you. This is why certain techniques, they help you get into the state, and then you feel this works, but it's not actually the technique that did the job. It was you getting into that state and into that knowing that your manifestation is here or it's coming. And the more that we stay in that mindset, so the more that we are living in that mentality that it doesn't matter what I'm seeing in front of me, it doesn't matter how long it takes, I'm going to get my manifestation. And the reason that some people say it takes longer is because, number one, you're focused on time. So you're focused on the lack, you're focused on the manifestation not being here, but also you're wavering. So you maybe with conviction you'll say like, I've got my manifestation, or you'll do some scripting or whatever, but then you'll go back to your old thinking, because we have like 70 to 80,000 thoughts a day, so we can't control everything. But the thing is, our subconscious mind will always play back what's normal for us, and that's why it's important even when you joke and say something negative about yourself, because your subconscious mind doesn't know what's a joke and what's not. And the more repetition that you have, the more it will become the norm for you to be attracted to your manifestation. So what I mean by this is, say if you're manifesting like £10,000, the more that you think about £10,000, how you're going to spend that money, you can think about a few different ways how it'll come, but you don't want to restrict yourself. You want to be open and just be curious, like maybe it can come like this way, maybe it can come that way. And the more that you're kind of open to ideas, you're basically programming your mind. £10,000, like you're embedding that into your subconscious mind, and the more that you do that, it will become like a pinpoint. Your subconscious mind will pinpoint £10,000 in different areas. So it might be like, for example, right now at McDonald's, they're doing like the Monopoly thing. You might see a prize is £10,000. You might see like on a billboard £10,000. So basically it's just, you'll see your manifestation, like you'll see that a lot more often, whereas if you weren't manifesting £10,000 you probably wouldn't see it. And it's just making yourself more aware. And the more that you're like, yes, I'm seeing it, it's working, and you tell yourself manifestation's coming. And it's just about changing your beliefs, because sometimes we have spent our whole life in a certain mindset and having these certain beliefs. So when you start reprogramming your mind and you're thinking like more about abundance, about love, career, whatever it is you're manifesting, the more you focus on that, it will kind of like throw a spanner in the works, because your subconscious, like, this is not the norm, this is not usual. That's how like techniques work. So of course there's lots of different techniques, there's lots of ways to do it, but do what works for you. You can chop and change. There's no right and wrong way. Like, I know myself, when I first started consciously manifesting, I was like, am I scripting correctly, am I visualizing correctly? But you just tell yourself whatever you're doing is working, you're doing it perfectly. And it's more about just knowing that your manifestation is already here. And you can visualize it, you can just go into your mind anytime that you feel you are a bit out of alignment. You can just go into your mind, or you can script, or whatever feels good for you, and just start thinking about your manifestation, how it would feel if you had it right now. What would you be doing? How would you think? Who would you tell? And doing things like that, the more often you stay in that, the quicker that it will come to you.